I'll just link to a few things in the description. This post from Andy White, a video from David Miano, and a Twitter thread from Hugh Thomas. It's not a mystery. We see indigenous peoples doing this even today. Sleds getting huge stones up steep hills, 300-ton blocks pulled by oxen, all using nothing but locally sourced wood and vines. Here's a guy moving 8-ton stones by himself. Now imagine 100,000 laborers working for decades. What do you suppose they could do? Everyone please stop with this complete and utter crap about having no idea how ancient people moved big stones. It's not a mystery. Frauds like Jimmy baselessly assert it show none of the answers we definitely do have.
Covered the tombs of the pyramid builders. This discovery, based on the names that we found inside the upper cemetery, I can tell you that pyramids were built by the ancient Egyptian because all the names that we found were Egyptian names. The second important thing, that there were no slaves. If there were slaves, the workmen will never be buried in the shadow of the pyramids. If there were slaves, they will never prepare their tombs for eternity like kings and queens. I want to tell you one important thing. There is a big difference between slavery in America in the past and Europe and in Egypt. In America and Europe, you can own a person. In ancient Egypt, you can have a servant working for you. Because I found one tomb west of the Great Pyramid. It's for a priest. His name is Kai. And at the entrance of his tomb, he's saying the following: I built my tomb.
Course. Jimmy Corsetti, what would you like to say to Dr. Hawass about his recent revelation from his team's research that they believe the pyramids were not built by slaves, and there weren't 100,000, there were about 10,000, and they were artisans of the time?
This has been debunked so many times by so many people that it's barely even worth talking about.
There's a few things I take issue with what he had said. First of all, this Scan Pyramids project, that initial discovery was back in 2016, and it was corroborated into a published study in 2017. Well, when you look from 2016 to 2025, that's 9 years ago. That's almost a decade. And I'm trying to understand why we wouldn't have drilled a half-inch diameter hole and sent in a endoscope camera into this hidden chamber. Because let's not forget that the Great Pyramid of Giza is arguably the most mysterious and debated structure in all of human history. We don't know exactly how it was constructed. And in fact, how it was constructed is one of the most debated topics. Another debated topic is whether it was actually built to be a tomb for the pharaohs, because after all, we never found any mummy in any Egyptian pyramid ever. So with those two significant points of debate, when will we do it? And the third question is, has it already been done so in secret?
Wow, great questions. All right, Dr. Hawass, your response.
Now, number one, you have to understand, until today is in July 2025, we still have the Scan Pyramid team are working. You know that they found behind the main entrance the corridor, and they found above the Grand Gallery the big void. And the Egyptian team, the English team that working under me, they found some important voids. And in archaeology, you have to be patient. You have to study how are you going to drill, or the new techniques that they're using. The new techniques that they're using, like ultrasound and infrared, penetrating radar, all of this, you do not need to drill anymore. You can see what's behind a wall, because the English team from London and Sean, who's working for me, they found a void behind the northern entrance of the Queen Chamber with hieroglyphic signs. We are studying now how can we approach all these voids. But you have to understand one thing: we are not making anything secret. We advertise everything that we discover. We found above the King Chamber, in the 5 chambers, relieving chambers, 2 more names of the gangs who built the pyramids. And we found year 13 of Khufu's reign. And this is what I'm talking about in my lecture in the States now. This is my number 25 lecture that I am publishing, announcing to the public everything that we discover inside the Great Pyramid. Nothing is secret.
Okay.
Nothing is